From the Epoch Times, FDA detects serious safety signal for COVID-19 vaccination among children. Here are screenshots of the article, and you can pause the video to read the article here. This is significant because the government is admitting that the shot is harming children. Question: is this the entire truth or a partial truth so as to not create panic? The article is based on this Journal of American Medical Association report. According to the report, children 12 to 17 have a heightened risk of myocarditis and pericarditis. The objective of the study was to conduct near real-time monitoring of health outcomes following the COVID-19 vaccination in the U.S. pediatric population for children ages 5 to 17. 20 pre-specified health outcomes were analyzed. The study included over 3 million children. A safety signal was observed only for myocarditis or pericarditis and only for children 12 to 17. The study concluded that the COVID-19 vaccines are safe in children. How is it possible that the Journal of the American Medical Association determined that the COVID vaccine was safe for children? Consider VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, and you can pause the video to read these statistics. So if the only safety signals are myocarditis or pericarditis, in children 12 to 17, what about these other countless side effects? Not to mention the side effects for children under 12. For example, there have been 44 children under the age of 12 who have died after receiving a COVID vaccine. Also, please consider that Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare analyzed the VAERS system. They determined that, quote, fewer than 1% of vaccine adverse events are reported. Additionally, a Pfizer confidential report leaked by a whistleblower documented that of 42,086 trial participants, 1,223 died. This was the study used to draw their conclusions. First, a few facts. There have been over 1,200 COVID shot side effects documented. For some reason, this study only includes 20 of those potential side effects. And all of these ones were excluded. How is this possible? In the study, a clean window and risk window were used to somehow manipulate the results so that myocarditis and pericarditis were determined to be the only adverse events to the C19 shot for children, and only for children 12 to 17. Here is their definition of a clean window. Is this analysis of side effects accurate? What do you think? This confidential Pfizer document entitled Cumulative Analysis of Post-Authorization Adverse Event Reports that had been received through February 28, 2021 was reason enough for the shot to never have been released to the public. Of 42,086 trial participants, 1,223 suffered a fatal reaction to the shot. Here are screenshots of social media posts that I did at the time. Not only did 1,223, or nearly 3% of trial participants die, 27% of the trial participants had not recovered at the time of the report. 9,400 trial participants, or 22% of the study, the results are unknown. Questions: how did they lose track of 22% of the people in the study? Could any of these 9,400 people have died? To my knowledge, this is the first COVID vaccine safety study that was ever released. It was shared on ICanDecide.org's website, and I did a post in November of 2020. Of the robust and healthy 18 to 55-year-old trial participants, 71% suffered an adverse event. Knowing that they would be targeting children to get the shot, in January of 2021, I posted the COVID death rates for children here. These numbers from the CDC are from the spring of 2020, and they document how many children died from COVID. And as you can see, the numbers are very low, and those children that did die allegedly of COVID, they also had other health problems. This Bloomberg headline came out a month before the shot in November 2020. Vaccine safety to remain unclear until millions get their shots. From December 2020, documenting the health outcomes of the healthcare workers who got the shot. In just the first 5 days, over 112,000 recipients of the shot were tracked. 3,150 of those suffered a quote-unquote health impact event, defined as unable to perform normal daily activities, unable to work, required care from doctor or HCP. This FDA link no longer works. However, it had been the study of 12 to 15-year-olds who had received the Pfizer shot. I did a post on social media, and here are screenshots from the study. This was in May of 2021, just before the shot became available for 12 to 15-year-olds. 86% of the children suffered side effects. Moderate side effects are defined as interferes with activity. Serious side effects are not defined, and what happened to those children is not disclosed. These results only tracked the children for 7 days. 30 children disappeared from the study. What happened to those children? Did they die? Fainting and seizures are very common post-shot side effects. Why aren't these included in the chart? This is from January 27, 2021. The first person received a COVID vaccine on December 14, 2020. This is a list of fatal and life-threatening reactions to the COVID vaccine. These are not all the victims. These are only the ones who made a report to VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. As you can see, this list is 339 pages long. You can pause the video and read some of those reports here. Here are more scientific studies documenting the dangers of the COVID vaccines, and you can pause the video to read these studies. This study summarizes its findings by stating that mass immunization with COVID-19 vaccines is certainly leading to a catastrophic public health event.
These contaminated shots are literally breaking our children's hearts. Mensanguin et al. 2022 shows 29.2% of the teens studied had heart issues.
This spike protein, in the cases of patients who've died, has been found in the heart, the brain, the immunologic tissues, the lymph nodes, and it's known to cause blood clotting. And it may be the most dangerous protein we've ever encountered in human medicine, certainly the most dangerous that I've ever seen. It has a dangerous mechanism of action. From the outset, we saw excess deaths that broke all conventional safety barriers. Pfizer knew about 1,223 deaths within 90 days of their vaccine. They recorded it in their post-marketing data. The US FDA wanted to block that information to America for 55 years in court. Fortunately, external lawyers prevailed. We have a situation where the vaccines are considered emergency countermeasures, and we're under a national security operation in the United States. So conventional safety rules are not being followed because it's considered an emergency countermeasure. The decision-making really falls on the states and local jurisdictions in terms of mass vaccination. You understand that this has been tremendously controversial. Currently, fewer than 15% of people are taking any additional vaccines. So they cause cardiovascular damage, myocarditis, provoke heart attacks and sudden death. They cause strokes and intracranial hemorrhage. They cause blood clots in record numbers, both in the arterial and venous system, and then immunologic problems. They have special terms now. One's vaccine-induced thrombotic thrombocytopenia, and the other one is multi-system inflammatory disorder due to the vaccines. The risk appears to persist now about 2 years or longer after the first 2 shots. In a recent paper published using retinal artery scans for blood clots in the arteries and the veins, and people have taken the vaccine compared to those who didn't take the vaccine. I have great concerns there may be even more problems that are discovered in the future because these are long-lasting genetic shots. There's never been a study showing they leave the human body or that are broke down. It's very disturbing.